All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Maverick Approach. We have the one and only BH.
What's the word, brother?
And of course, we have Devon True.
My boy.
We in the building. We in the building.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. Thank y'all for having your boy pull up.
We
Of
happy to
course.
have you.
Man, there's a lot, going on right
There's a
now.
lot going on, man. A lot.
I don't even know where to start because we have a multitude of things to talk about. We have, of course, Elon and Trump. You know, they've been beefing. It's been crazy.
They throwing hands in the White House?
That's what they said.
Hands and feet.
Hands and feet at the White House is crazy.
Because Elon had that black eye, right? So, what do you think happened? Because at first, it was just saying, like, you know, they were saying, oh, yeah, you know, his son had, you know, hit him and whatnot. But then, later...
Okay, you know, how old is his son? He's like a toddler, right?
Right.
He throwing hands like that? Come on,
That's what
man.
I'm saying.
The coincidence specialist himself is here.
That's what I'm... Okay.
Be honest. I want to get the Maverick approach point of view on this.
All right.
Looking at Elon's mannerisms and the way he was acting that day in the Oval Office, the marks on his face aren't typical from a toddler punching you in the eye.
Right.
And based off his mannerisms and the rumors that we heard about him having a confrontation with one of the people from Congress,
Right.
guy called him a fraud. Now, if you look at this, in your point of view, he didn't stop the money train. People in the building may be upset.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody may lash out at him. And as you know, in certain political spaces, people fight. People fight.
Yeah, of course.
What are the odds that him and somebody actually had a fist fight?
It could be very possible because Trump said that Elon's a drug addict.
Now, this is something we spoke about also. I know somebody in a K-hole when I see it.
Mm.
And, you know, ketamine is real, bro.
Yeah.
And most of my rich friends, you know, they like some nice Perico, and they like ketamine. A guy who is dedicating all of his hours of his life sleeping on the floor at SpaceX with his employees, waking up, sleeping for 5 hours only.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible because when you're the richest man on earth, you don't live by the same rules as everybody else.
Absolutely. I know I wouldn't.
This man has a space travel company. He has Neuralink, which is, you know, cutting edge technology.
Neuralink is crazy.
He got all kind of stuff going on.
You get Neuralink there?
Absolutely not. Can't catch me with that.
Yeah, here's the thing, and that's the thing. I really was 50-50 on Elon. Now I'm leaning more towards 70-30 unfavorably because just think about it. He has these chips in people's brains, and I said if he puts people on Mars with his chips in your brain, who's making the rules? Okay?
Good question.
But, I mean, with Trump and him falling out, and then he just, you know, blows up the whole scene saying, yeah, Trump is on the Epstein files.
Which is weird because if he was on the Epstein files, don't y'all think that Biden would have exposed that?
Of course.
Bingo.
That would have already happened.
So that just lets you know kind of what timing he's on. He's kind of just on bullshit. And it sounds like a fight may have happened.
It maybe.
Maybe.
I think it may have gone down because he was in the Oval Office. You look at that footage when they're talking about him leaving the administration. He's tripping out. He's doing this and like. So it could have been, you know, he could have been high. Could have been, you know, on that ketamine, and something would have went down.
Two things can be true.
Yeah.
Yo, off the ketamine is crazy work.
But
the K-Town Stomp is what we call it.
K-Town Stompers is crazy, nefarious work.
Let's go.
Let's go. Nefarious.
Yeah, that's some nefarious work right there. That's crazy.
Okay.
But here's the thing, though.
It's coined by Dev.
Coined by Dev.
Look at the shirts rolling.
Yo, the K-Town Stomp. And put a lightning bolt on there.
Yeah,
there
be
go.
the shirts for sure.
Holy shit.
But the question is, okay, is Trump on the Epstein files?
Okay, this is what I say about this, right? I know how these private sector, like billionaire dudes work. They very, very sneaky, bro. And one thing I always noticed is once a guy gets everything you can worldly possess, and then if that guy chooses that he's going to try to do some honorable causes, that's a good man at heart.
Mm-hmm.
Elon wants to get to the moon. Kamala was not going to allow this.
Mm-hmm.
He was giving Trump $47 million a month for his campaign, and provided the Trump administration with experimental technology to be able to know that he won the election 8 hours previously. Elon wanted to see the money so he could try to figure out who does he have to speak to who has this back engineered technology that could take this 4-month trip to the moon to take it to 4 hours. The Amendment Company is being alleged that they have these special craft in their hangars. Once he's seen and was able to audit, I know his whole plan was to get his hands on some of those government contracts that Raytheon, Lockheed, that they have.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to get some of those for SpaceX. Epstein used to have technology conferences on the islands. He used to have all type of scientists and biologists. He would host them there on the island because they're lobbying to change policy. Trump and other people are going to have been on those flight logs. That don't mean they were partaking in the lascivious activity and illicit activity.
Correct.
Elon is using that tidbit of information right there to make Trump do what he's supposed to do. Obviously, some of that technology was supposed to go to him. He didn't get it. He said, look, I stopped your money laundering operation. I helped you win the election. You let me in here to find out where the money was going. Then you come out here with your space chief and say, we have the technology to manipulate space and time. Elon is like, all right now, I need my contract. I'm going to the moon. He didn't get it. He's pissed off. That's what's going on behind the scenes right now. And I promise you that's what's going on.
Well, here's the thing, too, to add more credence to that. For one, that's how most of his money is made, through government contracts.
That's what saved Tesla.
Right.
Facts.
So he gets, a lot of grants. He gets a lot of tax credits.
Tax credits.
Those contracts are, they just commissioned a bunch of Cybertrucks through the government, so he's getting a ton of money from that. And Elon has already made about 40-50 billion off the government.
For sure.
So, and then the stock goes up, obviously, because those contracts are locked in.
Contract is real.
Then the stock goes up. That's how he makes all his money. So it could be that. And I think another thing that rubbed Elon the wrong way is that Trump with the Stargate program.
Stargate is crazy.
Now, the Stargate program was the AI initiative that they brought in, and who was on the board? Sam Altman.
Oh, Sam.
Sam Altman does not like Elon at all, and vice versa. So he saw that as well, and threw salt in the game. He was like, yeah, this isn't what I signed up for. You guys are bringing in Sam Altman now. You got us all this other stuff.
Isn't he rumored to be on the Epstein list?
Sam Altman?
Isn't he? Hold on, let me look that up.
Interesting. Maybe. We had Stephen Hawking on the island, so anybody can be there at that point.
Who
Stephen
is
Hawking, a freaky quadriplegic.
How does that work?
Crazy. That's why he want to get that Neuralink.
Right.
Yeah, now that's a good point.
That's a great point.
He want to get that Neuralink so he can. Do the Mr. Nasty time.
He can get
Damn.
active.
Could be.
Bro,
Could be. And that's the thing. Like, I think that, again, Elon signed up for something. Maybe it didn't go his way specifically how he wanted to.
Bro, you know just like I know, Maverick, because you know a lot of wealthy dudes. When they don't get their way, they have temper tantrums.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know this,
That's
bro.
a fact. They'll do anything to crash out, and they have enough money and power to do so. So,
Facts.
and
Facts.
so now, like, he's backtracking, and he deleted, that tweet and whatnot. So
that kind of gives him less credibility,
right,
by him doing that.
Yeah, so he deleted it, and now he's saying, but Trump still has, he doesn't want to have anything to do with him now. He said
won't smoke.
Trump has his ego too.
Trump a wild boy. He got balls of steel. Pause.
Yeah,
he say anything.
Yeah, he does. He can't be canceled. I would say him and Kanye can't be canceled.
You heard why he got his first divorce?
No.
He say him and his wife on their honeymoon. She said she said to him, I want to go somewhere I've never been before. He's like, really? How about the kitchen?
Damn.
And then he said she became a millionaire a few days later. She divorced him immediately.
Wow.
Think about that. On your honeymoon. She say she want to go somewhere she never been. You tell her,
Trump is a savage, man.
How about the kitchen?
Yeah, he's different.
Yeah, he's different. He's a different
kind
guy.
of guy.
And didn't he bury one of his wives?
On his golf course.
Wait,
Right.
hold on.
Yeah. You know about that?
That's gangster as possible.
Well, he did it for tax reasons.
Well, he not leaving that White House, bro. He buried his wife, bro, on his golf course.
What?
Facts, bro.
Well, people do that. Like, I've seen it too, where like some people actually buried their loved ones in their backyard.
Facts. Seen that. I've seen that a lot in the South.
Yeah,
I've seen all that in the South.
they do it for. I mean, well, Trump did it for tax reasons. There's a lot of.
Damn.
Yeah, he's perplexed right now.
I'm dumbfounded right now.
But
yo.
also,
I'm fucked up.
they can also commission the
Crazy
land
work.
to be, you know, for tax reasons and whatnot,
Yeah.
to where it's considered like almost a unconventional cemetery, I
But,
guess.
see, the way you broke it down leads back to a lot of things that they do go back to saving or making money. Now, you know, something like that, you know, that's something I might have thought about. Like, man, I'm gonna put up right here on the, you feel me?
Yeah.
But I would ask y'all if that's even reasonable first. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, hey man, look, I need y'all to, because y'all know from time to time, people don't know. From time to time, I reach out to these gentlemen to make sound decisions. You feel me? I'm still
Being acclimated into
I'm
society.
I'm still evolving. I'm
Yeah.
a work in progress. But it's
Right.
working well for me though.
Right.
I've seen the evolution. I've seen it. I'm looking at the evolution.
Yeah, he's getting there.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That means a lot coming from you.
Man.
Yeah, he's
For
getting there.
sure.
He's getting
Because
there.
Maverick been working on me for a minute.
It's been
Almost a year.
yeah, almost a year.
I told everybody I'm gonna sign the Maverick approach. Y'all got me fucked up.
Oh yeah, it's going down now.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely
I was
going down.
telling everybody this. I said,
Yeah,
all
we
right.
getting the paperwork ready.
Should we?
Hold on.
Yeah, we
just
getting the
gonna
paperwork.
wait.
We gonna wait. We gonna get the paperwork
Any
ready.
announcements, but
Okay,
we
bet.
definitely up to something.
Yeah,
we
we getting the
definitely up
paperwork
to
ready.
something, and it's definitely a regime for sure.
The new
Yeah.
regime for sure.
So-
They copying off us.
They are.
Bro, did you see? Okay, there is a show called, I think it's like the Sunday on YouTube. They done made a whole spinoff of your Mountain Dew spill.
You lying?
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. A Sunday cool something.
Sunday Cool, yes.
Yeah,
Bro, they
Sunday
got
Cool.
a whole episode based off Maverick's whole Mountain Dew's plan.
Yeah.
I say y'all could at least give him credit.
It's all
That's
good. You know what it is.
crazy.
Bro,
I mean,
it's crazy.
after I was
that's
on
crazy.
Daily Mail, I was like, okay, this is crazy. Daily Mail hits me up. They were like,
Daily
yeah,
Mail is big.
yeah. They posted me.
But bro, that podcast got a lot of subscribers. They could have at least said where they got it from.
Most people do.
People in the comments gangbanging with them, letting them know what's going on.
As
Yeah.
they should.
Yeah, we savages in the
Oh
comments.
yeah, in the
you
comments,
guys.
yeah, we
in
go
the
up.
comments.
Don't say nothing stupid.
Don't say no stupid
Don't say
shit.
nothing stupid
Because
we
me,
on your
him,
ass.
and him will be in there.
Us three, we
I
on
look
your
forward
ass.
to that. I look forward to that. I wake up, I see y'all active. I'm calling people. Well, where you at, bro? Link up. You're like, man, you're a celebrity, man. What are you doing this for? No. Watch what you say to the guys. Phone up.
They,
100%.
They think we too big now to be in the comments. Nah, we in the comments for
No,
sure.
we have fun with this. We
Yeah,
have fun with
for
this.
sure.
No, that's funny. But going back to Trump now, so now they're trying to put this whole ICE thing on him with the riots.
I feel like you predicted this part right here.
In a sense, yeah. And I think it's one big setup.
It's the setup for a pandemic. It's the same thing happened in COVID.
Same place.
How is it
riots-
that?
George
How-
Floyd 2.0
Coincidence
The Summer of
specialist.
Love.
Coincidence specialist.
strikes again.
The Summer of Love 2.0. Okay, so y'all remember 2020,
Yep.
right? This is the same playbook.
Same exact playbook.
So we're going to the summer. Now, who was president during 2020, summertime? Trump.
Damn. Pardon my language. Excuse me.
So
Right.
we have Trump being president. Then we have the situation with, you know, when it comes to some type of social unrest, right?
True.
So we had, you know, George Floyd and whatnot. Now it's immigration. Okay? So you mean the last administration let in millions of people only to let Trump win they said, hey, you know what? We're not going to cheat this time because where are those 20 million Democrats that voted for Biden last time? They didn't show up to the polls this time?
Facts.
They don't exist.
They don't exist.
Facts.
Okay, so we're not going to fix it. But now, guess what? Trump goes in office. Great. We let all these illegals in. Now it's cause and effect.
Cause and effect.
So now he's dealing with this. No, they're forcing his hand.
Yeah, they are. I want to ask y'all, who do y'all think is responsible for those pallets of bricks?
Mr. Soros, how are you, sir?
Mr. Soros.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
George Soros could be related to this, but my research leads me to somebody else.
Coincidence specialist.
Okay.
We need that Maverick approach button.
I'm gonna get
man.
the button.
We gotta be able to press the button.
I'm gonna get the button.
All right, say less.
Everybody in the comments was like, "Yo, get the button."
Get the button.
Nah, I'm gonna get the button.
Say less. Say less.
But there's another billionaire that's playing out of Soros's playbook.
Bill Gates.
I hate this
Well,
dude.
that's another one. But
Okay. Damn.
There
how many
is-
billionaires do we hate at this point?
I mean, a lot of them at
A
this
lot
point.
of them, they all kind of, it's like us first name almost.
So there's somebody by the name of Neville Singham.
Neville Singham.
Now, he is based in China, but he's not Chinese, but he has allegiance to the CCP.
The Chinese Communist Party.
Correct.
Interesting.
So now, you look into his background, he made all his money the same way George Soros did. Okay?
Break it down.
Now, this guy, he has funded a party by the name of Socialist and Liberation Party. Okay?
Interesting.
Now, this party happens to be the same party that's funding the protests right now for ICE.
So, people can fund public unrest without prosecution?
It would appear so.
And, I'm going to say this. Throughout my career, the more money that was offered to me, the more risk and the more dangerous it was to my moral compass. So I can only imagine what type of propositions come to these people to amass such a large amount of wealth. And I know a guy named Nick Irving. He's pretty much a legendary Army Ranger sniper. He was on several tours of duty in Iraq. And he says that he'll never trust a billionaire. And to me, I feel like that speaks volume. Because that company who bought 23andMe's DNA, 17 million profiles, they come out with a post saying they vow ethical use of this information.
Right.
Why you got to vow ethical use of this information if you're probably not going to be using it ethically?
Right.
I feel like there's like a civil war going on right now, literally between good and evil right now. Because in our White House, you see a lot of shit going on. And that guy, Matthew Brown, a whistleblower,
Yeah.
he said the Navy and the Army are going to be making arrests soon.
Interesting. So with the Army, which is very interesting as well, the 200th and 50th anniversary is this Saturday for the U.S. Army.
Really?
Yes.
And
that date, not only is that day, but it's Trump's birthday.
Really?
And
Oh, man.
it's Flag Day. How symbolic. So what's happening now is there's actually literally paid posts right now that's in all kind of media outlets saying June 14th is a big day because Trump is showing out. He just ordered 50 tanks, 6,700 soldiers for that day. Okay, so he's showing out for his birthday, right? But here's the thing, too. There's a site called nokings.org, and I did some research on them.
Okay.
There's an anti-Trump site that's rallying everybody around the United States to do anti-ICE protests. So there's an article, literally, that says, No Kings, June 14th, rally everybody up. So who's funding this? There's huge paid articles. Now, we're talking about George Soros, right? Going back to him.
Right.
Gavin Newsom.
Scum.
There's some findings I just found. There's some bank transfers between Alex Soros, George Soros' son, and Gavin Newsom.
Interesting. Break it down.
And who's suing Trump right now? Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, the state of California itself, right?
Yes. I think California might succeed from the U.S. What do you think? Do you think that's going to happen?
That is a great question. Here's my problem with all of this. Like I always say, the only way you can prepare for the future is if you study history. There is one race on the planet, bro, that you cannot bully for too long. You cannot bully white people for too long, bro. You cannot, bro. They know how to organize themselves better. They know how to keep things quiet. They know how to go into hive mind when it's time.
Right.
Now, look, I know for a fact that there was conversations about certain generals who wanted to suspend the Constitution and remove Obama. This almost happened. This is facts. Now, national pride is what sustained the country. This is what they murdered for. This is what they did a lot of skullduggery to accomplish. History was written by the best group of killers. That group of guys, no matter what, they will come and burn your village. No religion exists without it. No border exists without it. No political party, no religion, nothing can exist without this. Here in this country, we got the largest concentration of that. There is nothing positive that's going to come out of this because there was a situation where a militia group here seized several government buildings. People don't talk about this. They held these buildings for almost a year. They had to send in teams because these guys were also ex-military. People can pull this up. They was holding off military forces here in the country, holding this territory. They had to use snipers to take out certain people. They had their own snipers as well. In Trump's first campaign, the flyer said, "We the silent majority." People forgetting that. They came out the mountains. They came out of everywhere for that election. And this one was a landslide.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let people know Maverick had mentioned to us that they're drip feeding the term civil war. If we pay attention to what's going on in Africa, everything that's being changed right now is because generals suspended the constitutions and took control.
It could happen. Because here's the thing, and going back to what you said with drip feeding, they always do it through movies, right?
Definitely.
Now, there's a movie that came out last year called what? Civil War. Come on. And literally, in the movie, it depicts this. There's civil war throughout the whole nation. There's different regions that they labeled.
For sure.
And certain states were the other states. And they're all headed to a mission to go kill the president. Okay?
Interesting.
So.
Oh, wait. What did that sidekick tell you about Trump?
So I talked to a CIA remote viewer, and she told me this. She told me that Trump only has 3 years in office. Now, when she said that, I'm thinking, does he die? She said, no. She said, I can't see too much past that as far as what happens to him. It looks like he steps down. I'm not sure. But he only has 3 years. Now, we're 6 months in.
3 years will put us where? 2028?
Just about.
Okay.
Yep. Just about. About, if you're counting from when he came into office or at least when he got elected, you can kind of give or take.
Okay.
But when he took office was January 20th.
Okay.
And we're 6 months in now. So,
right.
About 2028. So what happens at 2028, right? So here's the thing.
I know you about to go with this.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
There's something called Agenda 2030 that nobody really talks about. And then they changed the name throughout history. They've been talking about this since the 80s and 90s. They always called it the plan for sustainability and different things that move the goalposts, right?
Shit is crazy.
But now, Agenda 2030, it's essentially the NWO plan, one world government, etc.
Yeah.
Right? You know, they throw out essentially all rights. They throw out everything we come to know as far as America. Now, I always said Trump is the last president of this regime we call the United States. Now, going back to the book, Ingersoll Lockwood, that wrote the book back in the 1800s, talking about the last president, which depicts this very thing, talking about a charismatic person who's anti-system, comes into power, into POTUS. He lives on Fifth Avenue. That's what we're talking about right now. That sounds eerily similar to Donald Trump.
Definitely does.
So he breaks up the regime that we call America. So fast forward, now we're on this track to where this CIA remote viewer tells me he only has 3 years in office going into Agenda 2030. What does that look like?
So you saying we might have a dictator?
Could be. I mean, I'm not
s-
saying that Trump is a dictator because here's the thing. The party system that we're in now,
Broken.
it's broken.
We need
I always say,
yeah.
why are we using an old system for a brand new world? We're using old solutions for new problems.
That's a fact.
So it doesn't work. Back when they created this system, when it comes to the checks and balances, when we're talking about the POTUS seat, when we're talking about judicial system, we're talking about the Senate and the
Right,
House, right?
right.
Congress. That was at a time when the population of America was manageable.
For sure.
We're approaching 400 million people in America. We're talking about these systems that we're using when people were using horse and buggies
Yeah, for sure.
or just horseback.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. We have AI now. Like, what are we talking about?
It's outdated.
It's
definitely
outdated. So how does this system actually work? And then that's the thing. Here's the thing about Elon. Going back to him, has a beef with Trump, right? Mm-hmm. But he's beefing about a bill that's not even passed yet, which is odd. 1, 2, he puts a post out on X saying, "Hey, should we start a new political party?
It's odd.
Is this your plan?"
Listen.
5 million people voted yes.
Yeah, listen. Once they get a taste of that power, bro, you gotta look at Elon's origin story. So a lot of the people in South Africa are getting asylum here because they have an anti-apartheid, pretty much slaughter parties right now. You got the natives, slaughtering all the white farmers and just revoking the land. Elon grew up in this place, and he explained to people how it's a very violent place, and he was beaten unconscious several times, being a youth over there. So he carries that with him. And, you can always see a timid man, and you can also see a firm guy, a guy that's strong. They can both be quiet, but you can tell the difference between the two. And if you're walking in the White House lit up doing the K-Town stomp,
K-Town stomp.
you probably battling anxiety, all type of things.
Right.
So, as he stood in that Oval Office, he's seeing that power. Because once Trump saw that, because he was jealous, Trump was jealous of Putin. He was like, man, this guy Putin, whatever he says gets done immediately. I got to talk to Congress. I got to write executive order that still might not get passed. Elon is looking like, all right now, I helped him get in here. And I see what's going on. Elon wants to pass laws that is going to prevent people from letting the government use AI to run the government. Now, Elon is upset with that bill because part of that bill, they don't pass laws limiting the use of AI. That's why he's upset.
Right.
Another reason why he's upset. Who could beat Elon in the election? Who do you all think, off the top of your mind, could run against him and win?
The next election.
The next election. If Elon forms a party and runs, who do y'all think can actually beat him?
The only shot I would say will be Trump Jr. And that's just all riding off of the Trump name.
That's right.
That's just riding off of just Trump name. That anybody else?
There's nobody else.
I don't think anybody else.
Elon knows that too.
Yeah, there's nobody else.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody else.
I don't think there's anybody even close, to be honest.
No.
And I think Elon would probably win.
I think he'll win by a landslide.
Because you got to understand, he's gaining so much information, so much data, day by day, minute by minute with Grok, right? And we always talk about AI because as you're learning from AI, it's learning from you.
For sure. That's why they call it training it, right?
Training it.
Right.
Large language model, right? So why do you think he put that out? Why do you think he sold X to his AI company? He sold it to himself. So he's making X a super app, an everything app.
Yeah.
Because they have their money transmitter license.
They have a payment program too, right? That's crazy.
And they just did a deal with Polymarket.
What's that?
Polymarket is a marketplace where you can bet on anything with crypto.
Damn.
Hold on.
So what do you think X is going to be now?
Oh man.
You'll be able to do bets
gonna be bigger
with
than Google.
crypto on anything. You can bet if it's going to be 80 degrees or 90 degrees outside.
Oh, that's a game changer.
You can bet on anything. You can bet
That's a game
on,
changer.
hey, is Mike Tyson going to come out of retirement and bite somebody again? Anything. Crazy shit.
Mike might bite somebody. Shout out Mike.
Shout out Mike. We need
Mike
to get
might
him
bite
on the
somebody.
pod.
Mike
man.
chilling. I think Mike chilling, man.
I can
Mike
have
chilling.
my brother hit Mike up though.
Yeah, we
Bring
need
him
to get
on.
Mike.
Okay.
You gotta get Mike.
Okay.
But that's the thing. So with X, that's...
He might be mad at me though.
Oh, yeah?
Well, no, because I had told a story. I seen him giving a lap dance to this girl before. But I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? Mike get wild.
Mike
though.
crazy though.
Mike, he,
Hey,
Hey, that's one
He
person
snapped.
I am not talking any shit
not
about.
gonna
I'm
lie.
sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. Mike gonna have to catch a bullet.
Yeah, I ain't
I'm
fight-
not
I'm
fighting
not
Mike.
fighting Mike. You
I'm not
crazy?
fighting Mike, even at 60.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not fighting him, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Everybody else, I ain't worried about him.
Yeah, nah. We good.
Crazy.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've been in a lot of altercations working as a bodyguard, and I've been punched before, right? A lot of times, right? I ain't never lost a fight. Because, you know, a fight is a fight. You feel me?
Right.
I got certain tactics I'm about to use.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I know it.
Hey, Big
Yeah.
to take an eye out.
Yeah.
For real.
I'm going to gouge you in that eye, man. You feel me? And I'm going right to the growing shot. You feel me? It
Mortal
is what it
Kombat
is.
Yeah.
But
that's
I
crazy.
know the difference between getting punched by a real fighter and a guy off the couch. Like, you know, that's why I never was really, like, man, the average person, nothing being knock me out, right? But bro, we was throwing a dude out of club one time. He was like a ex-kickboxer. Like, he ranked like 30 in the world. The man hit me so hard, bro. I thought all my bottom teeth was gone.
Damn.
And it was a short shot. So I was like, oh. And I just had an epiphany of like, damn, he way smaller than me and almost just knocked me to sleep. So I'm looking at Mike. The last thing that leave is your power.
Yeah.
I'm taking all peaceful methods with Mike, man.
Yeah.
I feel around mace him.
Yeah.
Nah, 100%.
Yeah, you're going
You
to
gotta
have to.
mace somebody like that.
Yeah,
Mace
you have
him,
to.
tase him.
He probably wiped the mace off, get right back on you.
Yeah, nah, I'm out of there.
So who would you rather fight then? Mike Tyson or Bruce Lee?
Damn.
All right. Bruce Lee was like 120 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing Bruce. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But what if you can't catch him, though? He
I
was
done
quick.
heard that a lot.
Yeah.
He had that 1-inch punch.
The 1-inch punch ain't gonna do it. I'm 400, man. I'm sitting right here sweating. It's over with.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
taking that. I'm taking that 1-inch punch. Shout out Bruce Lee though.
Yeah,
He said
Bruce
he
Lee
had to
was
be like water. Shout
Right.
out Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a bad combo. Who would you fight if you had to?
I would probably take on. I gotta take on Bruce Lee
Yeah, just for the legendary.
because
factor.
we're like, you know, somewhat. I'm bigger than him, but still
sure.
like, not much bigger. But Mike Tyson, like,
Nah, just one of them hits.
one of them hits,
night,
it's over.
She going to sleep.
Maverick approach to sleep.
It takes
Yeah.
5 pounds of pressure to knock somebody unconscious.
Damn.
5 pounds of pressure on the chin. There's a nerve in your chin. That's why boxers keep their chin tucked. So you know.
Got you. Yeah, I gotta take on. I
I
gotta
don't
take on
think
Bruce
no
Lee.
130-pound man can beat me in no fight.
Yeah, but what if he has like hit pressure points? He had like the body down to a science.
Listen, man, I'm a bad man too.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm saying.
I'll take that. Damn.
Yeah.
But if I lose, though, he big for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bow to that. I'm just gonna take the peaceful route.
Yeah.
Got to.
Do you think they killed Bruce Lee?
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. For sure, because there's an effort going on to suppress knowledge. Mm-hmm. He was tapped into some type of knowledge that made him more advanced than people. Mm-hmm. Just like I feel like he's the Tesla of combat sports, because you know, bro, this dude, he was actually having matches against heavyweights though at 130, you know, and winning because of the information you said. He knows the anatomy of the body, certain areas to hit. Because like for me, people used to say, "Oh, I take cheap shots." You feel me? Look, bro, I'm trying to win. I'm gonna kick you in the side of that knee, bro. You feel me? I'm gonna bring you to the ground and get up out of here.
Right.
Because when the police get here, who getting the benefit of the doubt? Them or me?
Yeah.
They
True.
always get it. It was 7-on-2 one day. 2 guys get knocked out. It got bad. Police get there. I'm the only one going to handcuffs, and they jumped me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I learned a long time ago a valuable lesson. Okay, get this over with fast.
Yeah.
And then
Get out of there.
Fold now.
Right.
Gotta go.
But that's the thing. I think with Bruce Lee, they probably did kill him because he was teaching a lot of their methods to the Western world.
He healed himself before.
Right.
He
I've
was
heard that.
teaching the healing classes off a breathing regimen, and that's that same breathing regimen. What's that guy's name? Wim Hof. Wim Hof's breathing method. You know, they don't even cover him. That's a brilliant dude. So Bruce is up on that. Somebody don't want us to learn certain things because it keeps us in this matrix of repetition. Going to work, you got to pay for this, you got to pay for these meds. You eat this and make you sick. You pay them to fake heal you. Bruce is operating outside of that, and it seems like people who operate outside of the norm usually get executed.
Right.
Just like the guy who reached out. We having a conversation about this, so you know, as a guy reached out, he want protection. He done made a free energy generator.
Oh yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Now you know, I thought I was gonna be done with this type of stuff. You feel me? So like,
Yeah, because he wanted you to bodyguard him and whatnot,
him and his
right?
whole family. So, you know, if you can, and now look, he put together a full scientific paper. His quantum physics terms align. His equations was based off some equations from Einstein's theory of relativity, which has been proven is real. You know, I read the paper in its entirety. Things seem to make a lot of sense. I even ran it through ChatGPT. You know, I just feel like I don't know if he has the funds to be able to pay a retainer for the type of protection he's going to need. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, if I were to take that job, I know that I'm going to have to, if I don't see the food get prepared, I'm going to have to try it first. I done been poisoned before. I'm not trying to go through that type of stuff no more. The round the clock he's going to need for his family. Because in a situation like that, a minor or somebody gets kidnapped first. And then people get what they want. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough, because, I mean, maybe we should bring him on the show.
I mean, that's a big... I mean, if he's coming on the show...
Let's give him a mask.
We gotta give him a mask, security. And 100%. That's the thing. If he has this thing and it really works, he has to really understand what this means, because free energy, we all know about the history of energy, you know, Tesla, you know, everything he's done. Now, if this is true, if this actually works, we are talking about something that's going to disrupt a multi-trillion-dollar operation. Okay? So Edison, a long time ago, he was working with Tesla, and Edison was known for stealing from his understudies. That's a fact.
For sure. His apprentice and stuff like that, yeah.
Correct. And Tesla discovered free energy, and he died broke and alone.
In a hotel room.
Now, why is that? So this brilliant man has all this technology, but Edison had the funding. He had the backing from the government and other wealthy investors. So when you're trying to monetize something, you don't want these people in the way. So when it comes to that free energy thing, it's a dangerous game.
Extremely.
So I would say that. So
it make me uncomfortable thinking about it because I don't even want to be that person no more. Like, I don't want to be that type of person anymore. Where because like you would have to take him to like a head of state with the technology to keep him safe.
Yeah, and then many people before who went to Congress to disclose UAPs.
They stole their patents and they died mysteriously.
Yeah, they always die mysteriously. People get hit by cars. People will get poisoned. They have pneumonia.
That poison is real.
Yeah, because
I feel like that's why I'll be sweating still to this day. Like I be having like weird medical things going on, and then nothing happened until that shit happened to me. So it's like.
And you said cyanide actually turns into
pneumonia in your body.
Oh yeah.
I done had pneumonia 3 times.
And that's how a lot of people end up dying because they have pneumonia.
I always tell people, if you see somebody who's perfectly normal end up with pneumonia in the middle of summertime, they've been cyanide.
Now, speaking of cyanide, did y'all hear about the Tylenol murders back in the day?
Same type of spill.
Wow. No, break that down real quick, though. What's that?
So still to this day, it's unsolved.
All solved, bro. They was finding somebody was swapping out Tylenol bottles with the pills contaminated with cyanide.
Damn.
People buying them, checking out. You feel me? They trace it back to this one store. They get to the store, several boxes of Tylenol compromised and stuff like that. Nobody knows who's behind it.
Damn. And what time period was this?
It was around, I want to say, what about
90, late 80s, early 90s.
Late 80s.
Damn.
Late 80s.
And what was the purpose of that?
It's a serial killer.
Wow.
And this was before Tylenol, you know, they're hard to open now.
Right.
But that's the reason.
Oh.
It's because this dude,
he just cracked open the bottles and
he was cracking the bottles open and just putting cyanide in them.
That's crazy.
There are 450 active serial killers in the United States of America right now.
Why do you think that is? Why do we have like the most serial killers?
Well, man, you guys got to go back to the origin. I feel like.
Okay.
These are the children of killers. Honestly, if we want to go that route,
it could be, and that's
just DNA. I just think it's just a genetic thing.
I think
nice.
That's nice.
I think so.
That's nice.
I think so, but also I think that it's perpetuated so much through TV and movies. Because here's the thing: you really think about this. We have all these movies like Terminator and all these killing movies. Oh, they're so cool. But as soon as we show a couple kissing or a sex scene, oh, wait, cover your eyes and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, this dude's head just got blown off.
Right, but these
sick people.
But that's cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like there's a level of conditioning that goes along with it. I feel like parental guidelines and guardianship are definitely matter. You know, because I remember being like a young kid, and like my dad had bodyguards because people were trying to kill him. So the 2 guys that was with me, like they would make us watch like them 5 Faces of Death DVDs, and you know, I feel like I probably shouldn't have been seeing that. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then you know, you got these video games. The world changed when GTA came out.
Man.
I feel like the world really changed when 2 points. I feel like it's gotten progressively worse since the 2000s.
For sure.
Definitely.
Cause I remember, bro, I used to work on Division Street in Chicago, downtown. It's like Bourbon Street in Chicago. Hella bars. Every city got this area. The bars up and down the street. Everybody bar hopping.
Right.
I remember for like 4 years, people was relatively smooth. Like, you know, a guy that's 5'6", 150 is not gonna be trying to tear the club up and fight the security and stuff. And then I remember one year, I said, wait a second, man. Everybody crazy now.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I said, everybody's crazy. And, you know, I have certain ties to the street. I've been in several different wars and stuff like that. And I remember when I was younger with my bigger homies, you know, before we come outside, we about to pray and stuff like that. It's very serious. You know, we not playing about this. And then I remember being big homie, and I'm with the younger guys, and I'm like, look, you trying to tell them this is how we come back alive. You trying to tell them this, and they like, this like a game. This like playing a game. And I'm like, look, bro, this is not a game, bro.
Yeah, it's your life.
And I'm like, damn. I remember how the streets was before that GTA. Before GTA changed the world, bro.
Well, I think that here's the thing. It's one of two things. We're either so desensitized now to where we're seeing everything, and well, it could be one and the same, because we could be so desensitized, nobody has any kind of soul or any kind of moral compass anymore.
Bingo.
Right?
Bingo.
But also, we're seeing it 24/7 too. We have social media.
Facts.
So think about this. Back in the 80s and 70s, we're only seeing what ABC told us, NBC, legacy media at large. But now we can pick up our phones and see everything in real time.
Facts.
So we're seeing everything 24/7. So now we're desensitized. So it could be like, you know, it's been like this, but we're just seeing it more.
No, it ain't. Okay, so check this out. Just us three being out and about doing things. Do you remember people acting this weird?
No.
Absolutely not.
And we've been seeing people act very strange. People that we thought was like, damn, you doing this?
Right.
Yeah.
Very questionable.
Yeah.
Very questionable stuff.
bro.
Man, we went to something out here not too long ago, and we were looking around and just looking at the people.
Right.
And I was like, man, yeah, let's get up out of here, because people are just weird now. And there's no rhyme and reason.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's the theory. So I said the world ended in 1999.
I was watching that, man. You got me down that path. Okay, break it down.
I think the world ended in 1999. Now, what did Prince say? He had a song called what? Party Like It's 1999. Prince is a very smart guy. Now, what happened after that? Okay, they're saying Y2K, everything shut down. You know, they said it didn't happen, right? But here's
They
the
kept
thing.
saying computers were going to reset and all that shit.
Computers
Yeah.
are going to reset, so on and so forth. But why 1999? So if you look at every decade before that, it had a very distinctive look, sound, feel, fashion, everything. Music, movies. You're like, oh, that's the 60s for sure.
Right.
The 60s was wildly different from the 70s, and the 70s from the 80s, and so on and so forth.
Right.
Can you pinpoint anything after that?
After what?
After 2000? After 99? Think about it. What's the fashion of 2010?
Okay, so what you're saying is that we can't see the era change.
There's no era change. Everything kind of blended after that, right?
That's a fact.
Definitely feels like it.
Like,
That's a
how do you
fact.
pinpoint the 2010s from the 2020s? Or we can't, right? There's no pinpoint to where we're saying, oh, that's 2010.
Only thing I can think of is white tees and throwback jerseys.
Yeah, people clothes was bigger. We went from Nintendo 64 to Xbox and stuff like
But
that.
that's technology.
That's technology.
change.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing. So we
Yeah.
had a
Talking
technology
about
stride,
culturally.
but culturally, there's nothing that really happened, but it's just a remix of everything else, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
like you had the small clothes and baggy clothes, then we went to this rock star era, then we went to this.
People
but
back in baggy clothes now.
Yeah.
right?
back.
So there's
I feel like
no,
I'm outdated. Shit.
on the gas.
but I feel like maybe the world did, and maybe we're in some type of tangent timeline that kind of meshed, and now we're in a space where maybe we're not supposed to be in,
Bingo.
right?
Because, I mean, Elon said, certain people say this, you know, he said it's a 99% chance that this is not base reality. And other dimensions exist, you know. I don't know if I'm going to say that right there.
Well, no, actually, they just discovered something, a mirror universe. So they just discovered this, and they did studies saying that basically there is a universe that's parallel to ours, and
For
it
sure.
runs in reverse.
Okay. I'm going to say something then. All right. In fact, as you said that, I'm going to say this. Okay.
You about to break it down?
All right,
He's
all
eating
right.
up.
All right. Oh, man. Here we go. Check this out. Shout out my boy John Soto. So, there was a job that we was working, protecting a family, probably like 2014. And, bro, I'm a notorious ear hustler, bro. You feel me? I'm trying to get as much information as possible. And I overheard a conversation. It was a brief conversation. Now, remember I told y'all I came in contact with a family that didn't have nobody had a belly button. Remember I told y'all that?
Yes, break that down.
Okay. This is this family, okay?
Okay.
Now, the father was talking to somebody, and he said, so are you going to go? The father says, I've been here this whole time. I don't want to go there, and I don't have any connection with the kids there. This part get kind of fuzzy. Then the father says, because over there, I got 2 daughters. Here I got 2 sons. I didn't understand what the man was talking about, but they was very suspicious to me. You feel me? Because, we had traveled with them here to Vegas, and I got a picture. I could probably pull a picture up while I'm at the pool, and that's what I'm like, damn. I tell my homie, I say, Nick, don't nobody got a belly button in this family or something? And he said, don't worry about it. Don't say anything about that. I'm like, what? You feel me? And, where was he talking about going? Wherever this other place he was talking about going, he got 2 daughters. And here he got 2 sons. What was he talking about?
Alternate dimension?
That's what I feel like, because a lot of strange things are happening around them.
So they have no belly buttons.
No, nobody.
And you saw this.
Saw this. Damn. I'm pretty sure I have a photo of this.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, that just gives that much more credence to what I was saying. And it's always a conspiracy until it's not.
Facts.
It's always like, oh, that's just hearsay. Can't be,
that.
right?
For
You can't.
sure.
That can't be true.
For sure.
But then we start to unravel and see these receipts. We start to see these people, these whistleblowers. We start to see many things come out and be like, oh, okay, well, maybe that is true.
Facts.
But now they're starting, like you said, drip feeding us information because they're getting us ready for something to come about to where we're seeing
some type of paradigm shift.
Right. So, and I always say 2020 was a great awakening, and something happened in 2020 as well. Yeah. And there's a magazine that JFK Jr. had called George Magazine.
George Magazine.
Break it down.
Okay. Now, how is it that this magazine, he had an issue, it was 1997. George Magazine, on the cover of it, it said the year 2020. Okay? It also mentioned something about Hillary Clinton. It also mentioned something about Bill Gates. But it also mentioned about a virus that affects the respiratory system. This is in the magazine.
And when was this magazine published?
1997.
Copy.
Now, also, the magazine was called what? George. What happened in the summer of 2020?
George Floyd.
Thank you. How did JFK know all this?
What if they've already had predictive AI from like the 30s?
I think so. I think that AI is somewhat connected to either time travel or other dimensions. Now, we were talking about this.
Literally.
So, here's the thing. Quantum mechanics, quantum computing.
For sure.
So, at a quantum level, the law of physics don't exist anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, with quantum computing, it has Microsoft actually discovered something called topical, or no, sorry, it was they create these wild names. Topological. That's
Okay.
what topological quit bits.
Quit bits. Okay.
Or for short is actually quantum bits.
Quantum bits. Okay.
Right? So they discovered this material. Now, this material is essentially at a quantum level to where it communicates with the internet and whatnot, and at a level to where it can compute over, I would say, I think it was 1 quadrillion,
1 quadrillion.
something like quit bits per second.
Okay.
Sheesh.
And now we're talking at something to where time doesn't really exist at that level, right? So I think the internet itself could be tied to other dimensions because it uses a method to where, kind of like 0-point energy, to where, you know, these particles come in and out of existence. That's where the free energy comes from.
Mm-hmm.
So again, at a quantum level, nothing really exists like how we see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they say time is linear, so that means everything is taking place right now.
At the same time.
So
Yeah.
that pretty much proves you proving that statement with that statement.
Yeah.
So like when you have some quantum computing or quantum what's the word? When you're harnessing quantum energy, are you outside of the
Outside
the
of
prison?
time, yeah. Basically, look. So with quantum mechanics, like you have ones and zeros for computers, right? So that's how, you know, essentially the universe is built. Not only just the internet and programs, but that's how the universe is math. It's ones and zeros essentially. So with quantum mechanics and quantum computing, it can exist as the 1 and the 0 at the same time. If that makes sense.
Shit.
So it's
In
two
fact,
places at once.
Two places at once,
Copy.
right? So it's like a nexus point to where it exists at the same time as a 1 and 0.
So that's like when the Flash is running around Earth and it's like
That
it's like
streak.
a circle of streak.
Correct.
That's okay.
That's what quantum computing is. So if you can have information gathered from different dimensions or different parallel universes through the internet, because the internet essentially can exist in parallel dimensions, right?
Right.
Wouldn't that be the nexus point for the quantum computer to gather information from different universes and bring it back to us?
This is what I feel like happened with certain ancient civilizations. It's almost as if they reached a certain level and they crossed over into a different dimension. Because that's why, look up quantum entangled photons. Pull that up on your phone.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't even have to pull it up. I
Okay.
know what you're talking about.
Okay. Now, for the image of quantum entangled
You gonna pull
photons,
it up?
for that
Oh,
to be the same image,
Hold on. I'm gonna
all
pull
right,
it up.
they're finna pull it up. Oh no,
Alright.
on the gas. Let's roll.
can you see that?
see that.
We'll put it on the screen if not. But basically, the quantum entangled photons looks like what?
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang.
Now, you know, yin and yang was around 2,000 years ago, man. So, somebody knew about this same information then. And it's almost like a lot of people just left and went somewhere. Because that could explain like this missing time loop in our this time gap in our history. Because like that photo I sent you earlier, well, that's a disc UFO landing on the Sphinx.
Right.
There are 3,000-year-old rock cave paintings, rock carvings, cave paintings of that same vehicle
So it's on top of the Sphinx.
landed on the Sphinx.
And this is
That's a 3,000-year-old manuscript from ancient Egypt.
That's wild.
Damn.
That's literally a UFO.
Yeah, that's crazy. So okay.
And then we got this in our emojis.
Right.
Right.
That's not
Right.
for the. Everything in our emojis exists. There is no fairy tales in our emojis. Everything in the emojis represents of something that's flesh and blood on earth.
You know, speaking of emojis, real quick tangent. You know what I thought was weird too?
What's that?
So if you type in the emojis, if you go to calendar, so when you type in calendar, it goes to July 17th. I wonder why they picked that date. July 17th.
Interesting.
I don't know what that's.
What it symbolizes
Yeah,
for?
because they put everything in there. Everything is intentional.
Everything is intentional, and that's something I learned working with you. That man, where there's smoke, there is fire, Jack. Like it ain't nothing really is a coincidence.
No, that's just the universe talking to you in different ways and how they communicate. And going back to that yin and yang, they understand that is balance.
That is balance.
That's the language of the universe. That's how everything works. Everything's balance. This is why if you look at a checkerboard, it's what? Black and white.
For sure.
You know, and then what did the Masons have in a Masonic lodge? The checkerboard floors.
They got that checkerboard, and they used that checkerboard floor at the Oscars.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I said, damn, with the same little other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send that to you so you can peep that.
If you recognize, if you start really paying attention to like what major companies or media outlets or, you know, you should really start paying attention to logos and colors, you'll see it.
For sure.
You'll see the duality, the black and white, because that's how the universe is made of. And going back to the ones and zeros,
Yep.
that's how everything is. It's programmed to be balanced, right?
Facts.
As much evil there is in the world, there's as much as good. They can't exist without each other. Right? So that's how the universe is made. So it's the yin and yang. So the entangled photons show you that.
Definitely. It's a live representation.
So with that, I mean, I really think that when it comes to this great awakening that's happening, people are starting to wake up and understand like there's something more than just this life. Because once we get to a level to where quantum computing is, you know, like ordering a cheeseburger, we're stepping into something else because we're not talking about just base reality anymore. We're not talking about just time as we see it. Because we're going into something like that movie Ant-Man. They always show you in the movies.
Yeah.
Look at the movie Ant-Man Quantum Mania.
Look up the story about ant people,
Ant people.
who the Hopi tribe used to communicate and trade with.
Break it down. Who's Ant people?
Apparently, these were people they had ant faces. They called them the ant people, and they went underground when certain cataclysms would come to the planet. They said they was here before we was here.
Really?
I've been on the reservations, bro. You feel me? I spend weeks at a time every year in Clackamas, Oregon. You feel me? Clackamas County. You know, I've been out there trying to find the Bigfoot and all of that. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like, but when you talk to these people, like some of those guides and trackers, like, man, some of them Navajo trackers are amazing, bro. Like, I'm looking at just dirt. You feel me? They looking at it's a game trail right here. They getting down, grabbing the dirt, smelling it down. You feel me? We following them deep. And they tell you little stuff, you feel me?
Right.
There's a lot more to this reality that we live in that they want us to know, and I feel like it's up to us to keep removing the veil.
100%.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, they're telling us that there's UAPs underwater, there's stuff in the sky, there's, you know, we had that whole drone situation last year where these mysterious drones were coming about. Nobody knew what they were.
That's China all day.
China.
That's China all
Ooh,
day.
Yeah.
we should get into China.
Yeah, China, man.
We need a whole episode on China.
No, that's a
100%.
fact.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I got a full deck about this. Because, bro, whenever something happens, like, you know, everybody in their family got people they call when things is going south, you know. In my family, everybody called me the moment there's a problem. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, if there is some type of event, well, we got a problem with China, your best bet is going to be off the grid somewhere. You don't want to be near no city center because if the lights go out, bro, people. You ever seen the video where the guy dresses up as a plant, and people walk past and the plant moves?
Yeah.
But I see grown men screaming at the top of their lungs when that happens. And to me, that's concerning.
Right. They ain't ready.
Because if something happened, bro, you have to be a man now.
Yeah.
Right.
And here's the thing. So if you think about what's happening right now with the riots, that could easily be a scenario that we're in because they're hitting multiple cities now.
You see the two nationals that got caught sneaking in that pathogen from China?
Yes, I was about to talk on that.
Interesting.
This pathogen destroys farmland.
Correct.
What does China own a bunch of here?
Farmland.
They was going to destroy all of that farmland they own, then poison everything else.
It's
Food
5D
supply.
chess, if you really
5D
think about it.
chess.
If they're going to get people, instead of boots on the ground, traditionally how
And they already
wars-
got that because during the Biden-Harris administration, over 40,000 war-age Chinese males cross the border illegally each year.
which they're here.
They're here.
So-
Several illegal Chinese police stations shut down in New York, Chicago, and L.A.
So now you have all that, and then you add in the crops where people are eating. They go to Chipotle, they go to wherever else, and now we're poisoned.
They own 90% of the pork market and I believe like 60% of the beef market in our country.
Extremely concerning because now you have, actually, it was not one, not two, but 3 Chinese nationals who were caught with those bioweapon pathogens. And this was linked to the University of Michigan. So they were working throughout there, and they were smuggling it in. So they were lying and saying, oh, this was for research and yada, yada, yada. But lo and behold, they find out that the last person was from none other than Wuhan, China.
Well, that Wuhan lab had that mysterious
go.
leak.
Right. So these biolabs that's creating, like, there's an old movie called Outbreak. Don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it?
I seen that.
So there's a biolab that's government funded, and that's how the outbreak happens. The little outbreak monkey that happens.
For sure.
That's how it happens because these biolabs have every pathogen you could think about.
Did you see the bio lab they shut down in L.A.?
No.
It was being ran by the Chinese. It was illegal.
No.
Really?
Pull that up.
So, okay. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, bro, that plan that I got about traversing the sea,
Man. That's
I have to do
crazy.
something because when the lights is gonna go out, bro.
Yeah. When do you think that's going to happen?
I think 2027.
20, bro.
And I know because I did some research that BH had put me on, and you got the Navy, the Chinese Navy, or their version of the Navy, which is way more advanced than ours. Ours is 20, 30 years behind.
See, we only got 6 shipyards to build ships. They got 300.
300.
All of the ships that get built there, every one has to fit military standards. They can turn all of their cruise ships into battleships in a matter of days.
But don't we spend the most money on military than anybody else?
That stopped during the Biden-Harris campaign. Trump spent the most ever in history this year at $250 billion. Because by 2027, China already has the largest navy, but by 2027, they'll be able to. That's when they're gonna try to take Taiwan.
Oh,
Once they take Taiwan, we're gonna have to intervene.
what's up?
North Korea, China, and Russia are allies.
Right, and then Taiwan is known for making semiconductor chips, so that run AI.
Well, that's why you think they want to take
That's the
Taiwan.
whole reason.
For sure.
So they have ships always surrounding Taiwan,
For sure.
threatening them. And it does kind of line up with the timeline of Trump being the last president, because what happens after that? Think about it. So if we're going into World War III,
This Constitution gonna get suspended.
So,
It's gonna be a new government.
Yeah.
right? So that does give leeway to that.
Watch out for 2027, y'all. That's it.
Yeah, I'm in a straight 0 dark 30 mode right now, bro. That's why I be on the road trying to get as much done as I can because when you know things that can be unsettling to people, you try to have the appropriate delivery for it. But bro, sometimes bro, people just not gonna listen, and somebody sold out the country, and we aren't seeing any buses of Chinese people getting deported, bro.
Talk about it. Because
all they talking about is people from Mexico, man.
Right.
Yeah, but they don't.
These the people who work in construction. They doing landscaping. Bro, the average American is not finna take a shitty job. They'd rather be, my lifestyle, I'm homeless.
So you mean to tell me that we have a billionaire that is CCP connected funding these riots,
For sure.
and then we have not one, not two, but 3 Chinese nationals trying to smuggle in bioweapons all while this is happening?
I bet you
Nobody's talking about
I bet
it.
you all of the equipment in this room is probably made in China.
They probably listen to us right now.
Literally, they
Everything they just seized some very large transformers that help at power plants because they all had back doors in them to China that they can switch it off when they want to.
Damn. So
Sheesh.
it poses this question: how far along is China in this war that we're in right now? Because it's a 5D war. I've been saying it. We're in a silent war right now, and I think that where we are as a country with the infighting, I think it's being orchestrated from the outside.
For sure.
definitely.
They're taking advantage of who Trump is, how stupid everybody is in America, because a lot of people aren't seeing, like, oh, I hate Trump and this and this and that. But if you realize he's just doing his job, for one. 2, who let all the illegals in the first place?
Oh
In
man.
the land of the blind, the one-eyed man will always be king, my boy.
There you go. So this is a cause and effect reaction. So all these people that they're trying to say that, these illegals, there's a due process coming in and out of the country. So all of a sudden,
They just sneak it in.
but they're giving them coordinates when they come in.
Yeah, when they get to the border, they drop their identification and they drop these pamphlets. And these pamphlets give them instructions on where to go, who to check in with. They provide them housing.
I heard
and
about
they provide them an alternate identification.
I heard about that. I heard about it.
Listen to me. The fix is in, bro. This is going to happen.
Yeah.
China's
Yeah.
plan was to be the superpower by 2050. Now they say by 2038. They poured more concrete in Africa last year than the entire size of the United States. That's going to be their staging area. So one of our generals just went over to Nigeria to build a drone staging area for their drone platform. We don't got none there.
And who did just made an announcement that he said he was donating most of his money to?
Mr. Microsoft himself.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
To Africa.
Africa. Listen, bro. I've been there, bro. Like they in the 80s. They in the 80s in Nairobi, bro. But it's a metropolis. But they mostly I'll say probably like the late 80s right now. That's the fastest way to put together a Fortune 500 company if you going over there. And all of the generals that are taking power, they have shut off all mining rights to all foreign nations. And they're backing their currency by gold now. Our currency is backed by our economy. You crash the economy, we already going to have a recession because of the tariffs anyway.
Right.
No way around that. So, they not doing... Trump wants to do this military rally because China just had a military rally showing off all of its new capabilities. Then Trump comes out and he says, we have stuff you've never seen before. He gotta talk his shit.
Right.
Look what China's doing in the China Sea. They claiming it. They militarized that area. They got Taiwan surrounded right now.
And basically saying there's nothing you can do about it.
It's the same thing that happened with Ukraine. We telling Ukraine, look, Russia finna invade. They got the whole country surrounded. They telling the people, oh, it's just military drills. Then they invade. Same thing.
It's happening.
Same
It's
thing.
happening. They about to take Taiwan.
They gonna take Taiwan. No way around it.
And then what I think they're gonna go after Australia because that's our closest ally.
And then Australia, nobody has guns.
Yeah, because they had that massacre years ago and they took all the guns.
Defenseless.
They said here in America, if we were to get invaded, they said they would pass out rifles to every household.
Damn.
If everybody
crazy
got a
work.
rifle, it's gonna be hard for you to invade.
Right.
Australia don't have a chance.
Yeah, they're that's overnight.
They
Washed.
getting invaded.
Washed.
They getting washed overnight.
for sure. They speaking Mandarin.
Yeah. Easy.
They speaking
Yeah. But they're gonna have to double back and be
kangaroos
like
speaking Mandarin.
For real.
The kangaroo speaking Mandarin.
That
in a few
Mandarin
years,
coming.
man.
That fried rice coming fast. Nothing you can do about it.
Hey, MSG and all the food.
MSG everywhere, spilling through the street.
Hey, we called every
Bro,
restaurant.
everything we call.
Every Asian restaurant, we like, hey, do you guys have MSG?
You gotta ask.
That's a psyop in itself.
You gotta ask.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even like it without the MSG. I just get a salad, you know. So I don't
That's
even care.
crazy work.
Yeah, to make it taste good.
I'm like, man, there's something missing with this. Oh, no MSG. Damn. I just give me a salad, man. I don't even want it. Phone them.
But there's over
This
45,000.
camera lit.
Oh no,
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying, right?
it is crazy, right?
It's
Oh,
lit.
yeah.
No, it's official.
Oh yeah.
It's tough, right? Huh?
Oh yeah. We
Gotta go.
home.
Yeah,
We
I
home.
like this.
There's 45,000 Chinese restaurants though in America.
Ain't no little ass chairs or nothing. Just got a table. I'm rocking with this.
Yeah.
One of my concerns with doing these different shows by them chairs. I'm like, come on, man. Because I keep 100 on me at all times in case I break somebody's furniture. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
been doing that since a kid, though. You feel me? So it's like, man, y'all making all this money, this little ass chair.
Yeah.
I'm
Be
rocking
efficient.
with this.
With China, man, they have all these restaurants. I just think that we do have to prepare for some type of conflict, but also there's something that's very eerie going on in China too. So I've been doing research on China.
Oh, man. That China wave is wild.
It is, man. Like if you look
They
at
play
everything
crazy.
they're doing over there, and so there's allegedly 1.5 to 2 billion people, right?
Right?
Around there in China. It fluctuates. But there's really around 700 to 800 million.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so they've been
Fluking the numbers.
yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's where it gets spooky. So you mentioned before how there's numerous of cities that are ghost towns,
Right?
right?
Whole ghost cities.
I've seen it.
Right.
I've seen many videos, journalists over there, whole entire towns, cities, skyscrapers empty.
Empty. For
Break
sure.
it down. Break it down.
Now what's happening is that the CCP is very close-knit, right? We can't see too much of what's going on in China. Think about everything else when it comes to world news.
They
You can-
never show us
They
anything
never show
they got
us
going.
anything.
Facts.
Yeah.
So here's what's going on. There's millions of people missing right now in China. And the reason is because there's a lot of poverty, right?
Right?
But the government over there is running experiments. They're doing a lot of things to the people who are less than.
Yep.
And a lot of people have been gone missing for over the years.
Interesting.
So they've been telling us this inflated amount of people, which is a projection, but realistically, there's about over 100 million people unaccounted for.
100 million unaccounted for human beings is crazy.
So why do you think they're doing that?
That I don't know, because obviously we can't see too much over there.
Are they
But
trying to make themselves bigger than what they are?
that could be one tactic. But another thing is that
PSYOP 101.
yeah, they're playing 5D chess. But here's another thing. So if they're saying all these people are missing, what are they doing with these missing people? Are they militarizing them? Are they scattered around other parts of the world that we don't know?
Shit, they might be here.
Sleeper cells? Where are they? So they're saying that, they're 2 billion, 1.5 billion, but really, like, they have these massive ghost towns that say otherwise.
Right.
So I don't know. I think that, again, it could be some type of operation that's happening that we don't know. That's a lot of people. So I think we have to definitely keep our eye on China. I think what they're doing is they're making us look left when we should be looking right, because something's being funded here in America as far as this whole riot. We're not paying attention to who's really pulling the strings. We have military-age men crossing the border more than Mexicans. Mm-hmm. Nobody's paying attention.
2015, bro, I was booking concerts, right? My business partner, his name was Fin Yang. He's a little Chinese dude. That was my investor. This dude just seemed like he had unlimited cheese, but we booked ASAP Rocky. And we told him the price. He said, "Oh, I really want to see ASAP." He sent us the money right on the spot. I'm like, damn.
Right then and there.
And kind of found out this dude's a Chinese national. And a lot of their wealthiest live here.
They do.
Out of fear, because over there, no matter what you obtain, the government owns that still. In a communist nation, the government still is the majority owner of everything. Mm-hmm. That's crazy work to have that type of stranglehold on your entrepreneurs. And he told us a story about how his damn, I probably shouldn't have said his name on him. Anyway, damn.
We'll bleep it out.
All right, damn.
We'll have to bleep it out.
Damn. So yeah, he told us a story about how his uncle, they pretty much had to run a rendition to get him out the country. Like they had to buy a plane and pretty much sneak his uncle out the country. Like he had to jump out of a trunk of a car and jump into the luggage part on the plane, all type of stuff to get out, because he had put his wealth into crypto and they couldn't keep track of it no more. That's why they came after him for that. The truth is stranger than fiction. This is the Maverick approach.
That's crazy. And that's the thing. They own a lot of crypto too. The Chinese own a ton of crypto, because they always play these games of like, oh, it's banned, now it's not banned, and it's this and that. They do that to flood people out.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you really don't want that many people to know about certain crypto coins, because it's a limited amount of it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, whoever came up with that, it's almost like when all of the smoke settles, whoever the crypto giants is going to be the ones controlling the world.
Right.
Yeah,
which could play into this whole thing that is pretty much going on right now, because if there is no America after this, if there is no, governments and, heads of state, there's just kind of like a one world government situation. What currency would be perfect to be used globally?
Crypto.
Yeah.
But I'm an advocate for crypto, and I believe in it. It's a double-edged sword, because it is transparent, it is immutable, it has safeguards in there. So supply and demand, of course. But I think that if you get ahead of it now, then it's something that is good and you can use for your benefit for your future. But if they're always trying to scare you away from crypto, I always thought that was some type of psyop. They're always trying to scare people away, like, oh, this is a scam, you're gonna lose your money. It comes down to education first, and that's the main thing, because they're telling you, hey, Bank of America is self-custody in crypto. Meanwhile, they're telling you, oh, Bitcoin's going to zero, but why is Bank of America buying it?
Now, see, remember that last Texas trip we took? And we went to that real estate development area with all the mansions, and you was trying to explain to them about tokenization and all of that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's like the most hottest thing, the biggest news in the crypto world right now. Dubai Department unveils real estate tokenization platform.
Yep.
Binary X platform announces global expansion as real estate tokenization accelerates toward a $16 trillion market?
Yep.
It's just the beginning.
Just the beginning, and everything's gonna be tokenized. So that's the main thing. Like they're telling you one thing, and they're doing another. Why are all these banks buying crypto and trying to essentially scare you out of it when they're doing the opposite. J.P. Morgan.
Yeah, they buying it all.
They're buying it all. And this is why I'm trying to tell people, like, they can only participate. They can't control it. So that's why they're trying to do what? Fudge you out. And say, oh, it's a scam. It's going to zero.
I'll flood motherfuckers out, too. I ain't going to lie. Don't buy none of it. It's over with, man. This one dude told me, oh, it's just a pyramid scheme. And then he look on his wallet. He got Doge and everything. I'm like, come on, man. I said, all right, okay, y'all playing sneaky. Okay. Oh, that crypto stuff, pyramid scheme. He had like 89,000 in Doge, something like that.
That's what I'm saying. So like they're saying one thing and doing another, and then the biggest rug pull of all time is the U.S. dollar.
But the problem, bro, the rug pull the government's bought all its bonds back.
I just saw that.
That right there is like the scariest thing to me.
Bro.
They just bought all of their own debt.
Yeah, that's
Come, bro, how can you do that?
Spooky.
yeah. It's
About
about to
50
crash.
billion?
Yeah, it's shit about to crash, bro.
Well, we got to buy gold and silver and crypto
And crypto.
and real estate so we can tokenize it.
That's it. Because anytime you have a country buying up their own debt,
Come on, bro, that's spooky right there.
not only that, but now they have. They've been had the ability. They always had the ability to print up the money since the Fed came to existence.
Facts.
Why are we paying taxes when you can just print up the money?
Why do you have to spend money on a planet you was born on? Why do you have to pay to live where you was born?
Come on.
We're paying for water.
Bro,
We're paying.
Something that was God given. We're paying for water.
We paying next.
They scammed us.
They scammed us. Yeah, because they
got
definitely
us.
scammed me. They told me to be a gangster. I got hold on. I said,
all
wait
a
a second,
lie.
man. Because, dude, we would go down to Chinatown to get food and stuff. And there was a triad down there. He says, oh, you blacks, you sell in your own community. Us, we don't sell to our people. And I said, damn. So they go sell it to us. They don't even sell it to their own people. They definitely scammed us. That's why I'm like, man, I've evolved past that caveman street shit. Y'all can have that.
Yeah, this is why I'm always very critical about other black people.
listen.
Because I can be.
And it's
Absolutely.
well deserved because I've seen it. Y'all make certain type of black dudes feel a type of way.
I don't know what it is.
And when I asked Evan that, and for him to say, yeah, I agree, I've seen it too. Now he's
Right
a
away.
white dude.
He's seen it.
Right away.
They're too emotional. A lot of them are too emotional.
Way too emotional.
They don't look at the facts. They go off emotion.
For sure.
And like you said, selling to your own people, they see that as cool.
That's crazy word.
Wow.
All this gangster shit is cool. The detrimenting your own people is cool.
Crazy work, bro.
Look, I'm gonna say something right here, right now. I think us as a community need to bring back the usage of the ER.
It's crazy work.
It's crazy, right? It sounds crazy,
But it's
because
true.
there's a difference.
Okay.
between
Yes, okay.
ERs and black people.
Okay.
There's a huge difference.
Yes. It's not the same thing. Okay. You seen that rapper Jen Lee?
No.
Jen Lee, big white dude, red hair, lot of hair, and he got a song. One of the songs, he said, "I got fentanyl pressed pills, nigga," and you know it's on some Jeezy vibe. I'm
Yeah.
like, this hard.
Yeah.
I pull it up, it's a white dude. I'm like, well, no, he a nigga though. You feel me? That's a
Yeah.
nigga. So like, I'm not finna. So the controversy is that he shouldn't be allowed to say this word, but that's what he is. This is a whole
That's what I'm
demographic
saying.
of people now.
It's not a color.
It's not a color, bro. It's a
It's
whole
not.
demographic of people for sure. And you
Definitely.
just snapped, Dev. That's a fact, man.
100%.
After this, I'm gonna show you the video. If you're not looking at it, you would not think this was a white dude rapping.
So he sounds exactly
Yes,
like...
but you cannot tell, bro.
Wow. That's crazy.
When I
Yeah.
said, wait, I said, he was saying that? So I'm like, oh. So what you just said right now, that gives
Yeah.
credence to. Well, no,
Yeah.
no, it's a fact, bro.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
But
And
you got black people and then you got niggas, bro.
no, yeah, I
100%.
agree.
But then now that hard ER,
Hey.
that's
That's another level.
They exist, bro.
But see, they exist. Because you got, I mean, they out here. I mean, look at the Sexy Reds. Look at the.
Do you know, cause of Sexy Red, I got homegirls who got nursing degrees. They ready to be strippers now. I say,
Come on,
you're not
bro.
gonna even make the same amount of money.
Sick. It's sick.
I'm ready to be. I'm like, wow.
That's what I mean.
One of her songs, she dissing females with class. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like ignorance is rewarded, and then intelligence is suppressed and deemed you're a sellout.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, you talk white. What the fuck is that?
That part.
I talk intelligent.
You talk, yeah.
Oh, no, you're supposed to talk like this and shit because you know you're supposed to be cool and shit.
Yes. And I used to go through this a lot growing up in my neighborhood. People used to say, oh, man, because of how I talk, people would think it's a game. Until they do that Google search, you feel me? They see what's going on, check my history.
Right.
And it's just like I shouldn't have to subject myself to this to appease y'all. I would talk how I want to talk.
Right.
Why does it matter to you?
Right.
Now, if you notice in our comment section,
Yeah.
most of the dudes that's hating is black dudes and white dudes with no shirt on in their picture, in their profile picture.
100%.
This is the facts, bro.
100%. And they're always saying something zesty, bro.
Super.
They're always bringing up Saucy Santana with like, bro.
I didn't know dude had this many fans.
We barely knew who he was.
But look, I'm not gonna lie to you, Dev. The other day, I'm in the truck. I roll my window down, and I look over. It's a car. It's 4 dudes in there, and they in there playing the Saucy Santana guy.
Oh,
and I said, damn. I guess he got a song with Sexy Red or something like that.
I don't know.
Sexy Red, I'm not
honestly,
dissing you. That's my homie. I'm not dissing you. I'm just saying. I still fuck with you. That's my homie still, though. But she kind of wild, though.
Yeah, I don't keep up with any of that shit. I don't know.
You should.
I'm not checking for any of that. But yeah, it's just
4 dudes riding around with the Saucy Santana.
That's crazy.
Wild work.
They would have caught me on my younger days. Would have been shots fired if they
right away.
Yeah. All this shit has to change.
No,
and
100%.
I think that we just have to keep each other accountable because it's just gone too far. So that's what I think. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up, man.
Now.
Appreciate you guys for tapping in.
Yes, sir. This was fun, man.
Yes, sir. Let them know where they can find you.
You want to find me? YouTube, Off the Grid Network, Instagram, bighomie.cc.
Yes, sir.
Dev.
And I am Devon True. You find me at Devon True or on YouTube at The Devon True.
Yes, sir. So go to Maverick Approach for all your Maverick Approach needs. I have new merch up there. Get your Coincidence Specialist shirts. We got hats. We got everything else coming out for that. You guys been asking for it. Also, join Break the Matrix community. It's in my link tree. Go to my Instagram at Maverick Approach. Everything is on there. We're teaching crypto, sovereignty, AI, agents, you name it. We got it. So make sure you guys tap in. And make sure you question everything. Nothing is what it seems.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.